And in this moment, just begin to breathe a little bit deeper. Filling up your entire body with your breath on your inhales. And just beginning to soften and let go on every exhale that you take. And let's take a deep breath in. And a long, relaxing breath out. And on your next inhale, we'll sweep the arms high overhead. And on your exhale, take the right hand down to the right side of the body. Start to reach the left fingertips up and over. So while you're here, really try to spin the heart open towards the top of your mat. Feel like you're rolling the left shoulder back. Drop the top of the left hip down into the earth and just breathe into your entire left side. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Both arms lift high overhead. Find that length into both sides of your body. Then keeping that length on your exhale, let's take a gentle twist over to the left. So the left hand will touch down behind the left hip. The right arm reaches across the body. Feel yourself stacking the spine from the base up, lengthen all the way out through the crown of the head. And then pressing into the left thigh with the right hand, slowly begin to roll the left shoulder back and just work your way into a seated twist. And on every inhale, try to use your breath to lengthen, maybe find yourself sitting a little bit taller. And on every exhale, finding that release, maybe taking the twist just a little deeper. And just give yourself one more full cycle of breath. And then very slowly unwind back to center. So taking the left fingertips over to your left so the arm extends straight. Just have the left fingertips very lightly touch down on the earth. And then from here, let the right ear fall over towards the right shoulder. So start to breathe into the left side of your neck with the arm extended straight. And if you're already feeling this, you can just stay here. If you feel like you need to move a little bit deeper, you can take the right hand to the side of the head and maybe just start to bring the ear a little bit closer to your shoulder. And then on your next inhale, bring the head back to center. Let's take both hands onto your knees. And on your next inhale, lift the shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, drop them down and back along the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, relaxing. And on your inhale, we'll lift the arms high overhead. Exhale, take the left arm down to the left side of the body. Reach the right fingertips up and over. So from the top of the right hip, up the side of your body, reach through the fingers. Get as much length as your body allows in this moment. And on your next inhale, we'll come back to center, stacking the spine. Both hands reach towards the ceiling. Keeping that length on your exhale, take the twist to the other side. So right hand will touch down behind the right hip, left arm reaches across the body. Really try to feel like we're opening up through the chest. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then just begin to breathe into your twist. One more full cycle of breath. And then slowly unwind back to center. This time we'll walk the right fingertips away from the body. So again, the arm extends straight. The fingertips just very lightly touch down on the earth. And then let's take the left ear over towards the left shoulder. So you can just take the left hand to the knee, let the arm relax so that we can breathe into the right side of the neck. Or you can take the left hand to the side of the head, maybe guide the ear a little bit closer to the shoulder. And then slowly bring the head back to center. Let's take the hands back onto the knees, and on the inhale, we'll lift the shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, drop them down and back. One more full cycle of breath here. Now, as you're ready, we'll come into Baddha konasana. So take the soles of the feet together. Try to bring the heels further away from the hips. So make a nice diamond shape with your legs. Take a nice firm grip on the ankles and then start to tuck the hips under. Pull the low belly in and up. Keep that grip on the ankles. Try to feel like you're pulling the body away from the feet and then drop the chin to the chest. So while you're here, almost try to feel like you're creating space in between every vertebra. And take a deep breath in. And then keeping this round spine on your exhale, start to find a fold. Think about bringing the crown of the head towards your feet. Releasing through the hips, let the knees fall to the earth. Let the head hang really heavy. And just let the shoulders fall a little further away from the ears. And try to find some relief in the low back here. On your inhales, try to breathe into the belly. See if that helps to create a little bit more space in that area of the body. And on the exhales, maybe see if you can melt into the fold just a little bit further. And on your next inhale, very slowly sit tall. We'll stack the shoulders over the hips. Let's take the knees back together and go ahead and make your way into your table. So come on to all fours and stack the shoulders over the hips. Make sure that stack the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. Find a nice long line through the spine, extend out through the crown of the head. Get strong in the back of the arms. Try to press the heart away from the floor. Then let's start to find some movement through the center of the body. So on the inhale, tilt the hips forward, let the belly drop, hug the tips of the shoulder blades into the spine so that we can open and expand through the chest. On your exhale, tuck the hips under, round through the spine, pressing into the palms, bring the chin to the chest and try to create some space in between the shoulder blades here. Inhale, the belly drops, the heart lifts. Exhale, round through the spine. So let's meet back in our table. Find a nice long line from the base of the spine out through the crown of the head. Pressing down into the left palm on your inhale, extend the right fingertips towards the sky. So open up through the chest and the front of the shoulders here. Try to create a long line wrist to wrist. And then on your exhale, weave the right arm underneath the left. Bring the right cheek down onto the earth. So once you're there, try to press into the left palm. See if you can walk the right fingertips a little further over. So think about bringing the back of the right shoulder blade onto your mat. And then you're welcome to stay right here. But if it feels okay, let's extend the left fingertips up towards the sky, maybe even a little bit behind us. And then if the shoulder's up for it, you can take the half bind. So bending into the left arm, see if you can take a grip on the inside edge of the right thigh with the left hand. And just one more full cycle of breath. And if you've opted for that bind, let's re-extend the left fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, left hand touches back down onto your mat. Pressing into the left palm on your inhale, unwind, re-extend the right fingertips towards the sky. Exhale onto the earth. So coming back into your table, check in. Make sure that we keep the hips over the knees here. Start to walk the fingertips towards the top of the mat. Root down through the palms. Keep the arms nice and strong, and then tilting the hips forward. Let the heart and the belly melt through to the earth. So depending on where the shoulders are at today, maybe it's forehead to your mat. Maybe we shift the gaze in between the thumbs, chin and chest can come a little closer to the earth. And take a deep breath in. And a long, relaxing breath out. And then on your next inhale, let's come into our modified plank. So maybe take the hands back just a few inches. Move the hips a little further forward than they were in table. Create a nice long line from the knees out through the crown of the head. So we're trying to stay strong through the center of the body here. Pull the low belly in towards the spine. Hug the ribs in. Get strong in the arms as you press the heart away. Take a deep breath in. Then on your exhale, very slowly lower all the way to the mat. Hug the elbows into the side of the body and bring the forehead down onto the earth. Now once you're there, press into the tops of the feet. Get really strong through your thighs. Pressing into your palms, take the shoulders down and back along the spine. Lift the head and the heart. Come into your cobra. Exhale, forehead to the earth. Inhale, push up to all fours. Exhale, sit the hips back to the heels and come into your child's pose. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Now on your inhale, let's come back into our table. So you'll probably need to make a few adjustments here. Make sure that we're still stacking the joints, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Give yourself 2 more breaths moving through those cat and cow. So on every inhale, we drop the belly, we lift the heart and the gaze forward. On every exhale, round through the spine, chin to the chest. One more full round here. And then come right back into your table. So find that nice long line through the spine. This time pressing into the right palm on your inhale, extend the left fingertips towards the sky, open up through the heart. Then on your exhale, leave the left arm underneath the right, take the left cheek down onto the earth. So try to work into that rotation first. Roll the right shoulder back, spin the heart open. And then once you're there, maybe we reach the right fingertips up and a little back. You can take that half bind behind the back if the shoulder's up for it. Then if you have the bind, let's re-extend the right arm straight. Fingertips extend back towards the ceiling. Exhale, right hand touches back down onto the earth. On your inhale, unwind, re-extend the left fingertips high. Exhale, come right back into your table. So again, hips are going to stay over the knees, fingertips to the top of the mat. Melt the heart through, lift the tailbone towards the sky. And just give yourself one more full cycle of breath. And then on your next inhale, coming into your modified plank, shoulders over the wrists, find a long line through the body. Take a deep breath in, stay strong through the center of the body, and then on your exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Elbows hug the side of the body, forehead to the earth. Now once you're there, getting strong through the thighs. So your option as we move through this class, always know you have the option just to take cobra, lifting the head and the heart. If you're ready, taking the thumbs more in line with the ribs, and then on your inhale, lift the heart, the belly, and the hips. So thighs are strong, knees are lifted. Try to expand through the chest. Exhale, take the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So in this first down dog of your practice, find whatever movement feels good. You can pedal out the legs, maybe sway the hips. And then just working your way into stillness here, checking in with your alignment. So we're looking for the arms to be about shoulder width apart. Legs should be about hip width apart. The fingers should be spread nice and wide. The entire palm is rooted. And then feel like you're moving the heart back towards the thighs. Lift the tailbone towards the sky. So while you're here, make sure we're still strong through the center of the body. Ribs hug in. Try to lift the kneecaps up by engaging the thighs. And then on your exhale, maybe see if you can relax the heels a little bit closer to the earth. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. On your next inhale, shift the gaze in between the thumbs, and then as lightly as you can, let's walk our feet to the top of our mat, coming into your forward fold. So feet should be about hip width apart, inside edges of the feet are parallel. And just know you can start with a slight bend in the knees if that feels better on the body. Let the upper body hang heavy over the legs. You can let the arms dangle, you can grab onto the elbows. So this is your fold, but wherever you're at, really try to let the head hang heavy so the crown of the head falls towards the earth. If it feels good, maybe find just a little swaying motion to the left and the right. Now, if you've opted for that movement, come back to stillness. Take the hands back down to the earth. Stay strong through the legs, root down through the feet, and then with a nice long spine on your inhale, we'll stand tall. The arms will lift high overhead. Exhale, bring the hands together, heart center. And take a deep breath in. And a long, relaxing breath out. On an inhale, the arms will sweep high. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips, lead with your heart. Let your head hang heavy at the bottom. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, lifting halfway. So bring the hands very lightly to the front of the shins. Try to extend the crown of the head forward. On your exhale, take the palms flat onto the mat. So sometimes that means we need to put a deep bend into the knees. Maybe we walk the feet back a few inches here. Feel yourself engaging the triceps. So try to hug the inner arms in. Start to shift more weight towards the fingers. So you should feel yourself getting heavier in the hands, get lighter in your feet. And then keeping all of the weight in the hands as lightly as you can, take your feet back into your plank. So always keep in mind, you have that modification on the knees as an option. If we're going to stay on the toes, the legs are engaged. Try to tuck the hips under so the low belly pulls in and up. Extend the crown of the head straight forward. And then keeping this nice long line on your exhale, shift the weight slightly forward, your choice. Lower all the way to the earth or maybe take it halfway down into chaturanga, shoulders in line with the elbows. Inhale into your cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhale, take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We'll take a deep breath in and a long, relaxing breath out. Now on your next inhale, let's lift the right leg high, bending into your right leg, stack your hips. So think about taking the right heel towards the left hip. Keep the left leg nice and strong. Try to relax the left heel towards the earth. Make sure we're still moving the heart back towards the thigh. And take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, bring the right knee tight into the chest. Step your right foot all the way through to the top of your mat. So however many steps it takes for you to find that alignment with your front knee stacked directly over the ankle. Back heel should be directly over the toes. Once you're there, actively square off in the hips. So pull the left hip forward as you draw the right hip back. Take the back knee down, untuck the back toe. Now come just a little lighter onto the fingertips so that the heart lifts. Feel yourself staying strong through the right leg. So press down into the right heel. Almost try to feel like you're going to drag the right heel towards the back of the mat. And then as you do that, allow the front of the left hip to move towards the top of your mat. So keeping that strength in the right leg, root down through the left palm on your mat to the inside edge of the right foot, right hand to the right thigh, and then start to roll the right shoulder back. So just give yourself some rotation in this low lunge. Let's give ourselves one more full cycle of breath. Maybe see if we can roll the right shoulder back just a little further. And then slowly unwind the twist. Take the right hand back to the outer edge of the right foot. Again, keep the heart lifted. So in this low lunge, sometimes we tend to collapse onto the front thigh. Try to lift the heart and the belly up. Keeping the heart lifted on your exhale, straighten out your right leg. Press the hips back so they stack over the left knee. So first, make sure that the hips are level and square. Sometimes that right hip likes to go out to the side. Wrap it around, drop it down towards the earth. Flex the right toes towards the face. Get as strong as you can through the right leg. And then I want you to think about lengthening through the spine. So a lot of times when we get here, the hips tuck under, the center of the spine kind of pulls up. So feel like you're dropping the belly, put a small arch into the low back, move the heart forward. And take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, maybe see if we can hinge a little bit further. Really start to work into the back of your right leg. Now one more full cycle of breath. See if we can lift the heart just a little bit more to grab that length through the spine. Root down through the left palm again. Take your right thumb to the crease of the right hip. Try to physically drop the right hip down. Keep it right there. Start to roll the right shoulder back. And then if you can keep that right hip down, extend the right fingertips towards the sky. So think about working into the outer edge of the hip, maybe a little bit into the outer edge of the leg. You may still feel this in the hamstring. It's okay. I want you to press into the left palm. Try to find more rotation. Start to fire up the obliques a little bit as well to help take that twist. So if you have a block at home, always know you can take a block underneath the left hand if that helps you create more rotation. And let's go one more breath in. And then on your exhale, come right back into your lunge. So start to bend into the right leg. Take the hands down so that they frame the right foot. Once you're there, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Get strong through the arms. And on your inhale, right foot steps back to meet the left. Come into your plank. Exhale, shift the weight slightly forward, chaturanga or whatever you need here. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, take the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift your left leg high, bending into your left leg, stack your hips. So left heel towards the right hip. Right leg stays strong, right heel relaxes down. See how close we can get the left knee towards the sky. And we'll go one more breath in. On your exhale, bring the left knee tight into the chest. Step your left foot all the way through to the top of your mat. So make whatever adjustments you need so that we can find that alignment. Front knees over the ankle, back heels over the toes, square off in the hips, and then take the back knee down, untuck the back toe. Start to move the front of the right hip towards the top of the mat as we lift the heart. So we're just trying to get lighter on the fingertips here. Keep the front of the right hip pressing forward and down. See if you can fire up the left hamstring a little bit more. So feel yourself pressing down into the left heel. And then as you're ready, create that rotation. Root down through the right palm, left hand to the left thigh, and then start to roll the left shoulder back. So while you're here, as we press into the right palm, try to think about taking the right ribs underneath the body, spinning the left shoulder back. And just one more full cycle of breath. So let's unwind the twist. Left hand to the outer edge of the left foot. Again, we're still light on the fingertips. We're not allowing the heart to collapse forward. Keep it lifted. Exhale, straighten out your left leg. Press the hips back. Stack the hips over the right knee. So sometimes that means we need to take the left foot a little further forward. That's okay. Try to pull the left toes towards the face. Get really strong through the left thigh. On an inhale, try to imagine that you're taking a cow position here. So we drop the belly, lift the heart and the gaze forward. Press the tailbone behind you. Keeping that length on your exhale, start to find a fold over the left leg. One more full cycle of breath here. Now, keep the legs in that half splits position. Just start to lift the heart. When you're ready, root down through the right palm. Take your left thumb to the crease of the left hip. Try to press the left hip down. And as you bring the left hip down, press into the right palm, start to roll the left shoulder back. So if we can keep the hip dropping, you're welcome to extend the left fingertips towards the sky. So really try to open up through the chest, through the front of the shoulders. Keep pulling the left toes back towards the face here. Stay strong through the left leg. And then maybe see if we can create more rotation through the upper body. One more full cycle of breath. Now let's meet back in lunge. Bending into the left leg, take the hands down to frame the left foot. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee up off your mat. And pressing into the hands on your inhale, left foot steps back to meet the right, find your plank. Exhale, shift the weight forward, chaturanga or your option. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. On your next inhale, shift the gaze in between the thumbs. So your choice on how you make your way to the top of the mat here. Feel free to walk the feet up. If you have a jump up practice or a float up, you're welcome to take that as well. We're all just going to meet in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Let the head hang heavy. Let the head relax. Stay strong through the legs, and on your inhale, stand tall. The arms will lift high overhead. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Now, let's bring the big toes together. Leave about an inch between your heels here. Create a nice long line from the heels up the sideline of the body, out through the crown of the head, and then on your inhale, sweep the arms high. So biceps in line with the ears as we come into Urdhva Hastasana. Make sure that when the arms lift, we don't let the tailbone stick back and the ribs pull out. So feel like you're dropping the tailbone towards the earth. Hug the ribs in. Grow a little longer out through the fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your hips. So I have your feet a little bit closer than they normally would be in chair. I want you to just make sure we're not allowing the knees to completely collapse into one another. So just fire up the glutes a little bit so you have maybe a ½ inch between the knees. And take a deep breath in. Then on your exhale, bring the hands to the earth, lift the hips, straighten out your legs. Let the head hang heavy. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, lifting halfway. Exhale, palms to the earth. So hands are flat, arms are strong. Start to shift some weight forward towards the fingertips. This time, your choice on how you find your way back to downward facing dog. Feel free to skip the flow. Maybe we walk it back into plank, take a flow. Maybe we hop it back into chaturanga. Move as you need to move. Just really try to follow the rhythm of your breath. And take a deep breath in and a long breath out. On your inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, right knee to the right elbow, shoulders forward over the wrists. Inhale, up and back, lift the hip, lift the leg. Exhale, cross it under, right knee to the left elbow, now hold here. Extend the right foot to the left edge of your mat. So the right leg's extended straight, the outside edge of the foot touches down. Think plank position here. So stay on the left toes. Try to drop the front of the left hip down into the inner right thigh. Maybe see if you can take the right toes a little closer to the top of your mat. Hold for another 3, 2. On 1, bring the right knee back into the chest. Step the right foot all the way through to the top of your mat. Root down through the left palm. On your inhale, right hand to the right thigh, roll the right shoulder back. So same idea as that revolve low lunge. This time we're staying strong through the back leg though. So if the right shoulder stacked on top of the left, right fingertips extend towards the ceiling. Expand through the chest. Take the left ribs underneath the body. Take a deep breath in. Keep this rotation on your exhale, straighten out your right leg, press the hips up and back. Maybe take the left hand back an inch or 2. So if we have a block, you can use the block underneath the left hand. Maybe we have a slight bend in the right knee. It's okay. We're just working towards straight. Now, check in with the weight distribution on your right foot. Sometimes we tend to roll to the outer edge of the foot. Press down into the pad of your big toe. Take a deep breath in. Now, on your exhale, keep this rotation, bend back into the right leg. On your inhale, stack the shoulders over the hips, come into your revolved crescent. So left thigh is really strong. Make sure we haven't let the knee drop towards the floor. Maybe take a deeper bend into your right leg and then find that strength in your obliques, create a deeper rotation. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, take the palms together, heart center. Start to hinge forward at the hips. Keep a nice long line through the spine. Take the back of the left arm on top of the right thigh and then press the right palm into the left. Roll the right shoulder even further back. So make sure we still have a long line from the left heel out through the crown of the head. Maybe take the twist just a little further. Now, keeping this rotation, shift the gaze down to the right foot. Keep the bend in the right leg. Step the left toes up so that they meet the right. Come into that chair with the feet closer together, but keep that rotation. Find a revolved chair. So think about extending through the lower spine. A lot of times we kind of tuck the hips under here. Press the tailbone back. Move the heart forward, and then rotate around that length. One more full cycle of breath. Now on your inhale, come back to center into your chair. When you're ready, start to bring more weight into the left foot. Unweight the right foot. Bring the right knee up towards the chest. Now, finding some rotation here. You're welcome to keep the right leg bent. Right hand to the right hip. Left hand to the outer edge of the thigh. Start to roll the right shoulder back. Maybe fingertips extend behind you. Or know that you have the option. Left hand can take a grip on the outer edge of the right foot. Extend the right leg straight. So come into your Dancing Shiva. Both legs are strong. Stack the shoulders over the hips. And take a deep breath in. On your exhale, slowly come back to center. Find Tadasana. Deep breath in. Long breath out. So again, if they're not already, big toes touch about an inch between the heels. Inhale, arms lift high, find that length. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your hips. Make sure the glutes are fired up. Press down into the heels, get strong through the hamstrings. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the earth, lift the hips, straighten out your legs. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, palms to the earth. Your choice, downward facing dog. Move with your breath. Finish out your flow. And take a deep breath in and a long breath out. On your inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, left knee to the left elbow, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, up and back, lift the hip, lift the leg. Exhale, cross it under, left knee to the right elbow. So we hold here. Extend the left foot to the right edge of your mat. Now, make sure that we don't let the front of the right hip roll forward. Try to drop it forward and down. Keep the hips about in line with the shoulders. Try to open up into the outer edge of your left hip. And just one more breath in. And then take the left knee back into the chest. Step the left foot all the way through to the top of your mat. Find your lunge alignment first. Root down through the right palm, left hand to the left thigh. Start to roll the left shoulder back. If the shoulders are stacked, fingertips extend. So find that long line wrist to wrist. Keep the right leg engaged. Press the back of the right knee towards the sky. Maybe take the right ribs underneath the body a little bit further. One more breath in. Exhale, straighten out your left leg, press the hips up and back. So a lot of times I have to move the right hand back a few inches just to make sure we have that long line wrist to wrist. Make sure the thighs are engaged here so we don't dump into the knees. And then maybe see if you can drop the left hip down just to help square off the hips a little bit more. One more breath in. On your exhale, bend back into your left leg. Keep this rotation. Keep expanding through your heart. When you're ready, start to stack the shoulders over the hips. Right fingertips extend in front of you. Left fingertips extend behind you. So we're taking a twist as we come into this crescent. Make sure the low belly is staying strong. The ribs are still hugging in. Find that strength in your obliques and keeping one long line fingertip to fingertip. Try to see if we can create a little bit more twist. One more breath in here. Keeping this rotation, hands together, heart center. Take the back of the right arm to the top of the left thigh. Once you're there, press the left palm into the right. See if we can deepen into the twist. Try to stack the left shoulder on top of the right. One more full cycle of breath. Now, shifting your gaze down in front of the left foot. Keep this twist. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Big toes touch, inch between the heels. Maybe sit the hips a little bit lower. Lengthen through the spine first. Move the heart forward. And then pressing the left palm into the right. Start to find that rotation. One more full cycle of breath. Now come back to center in your chair. Start to bring a little bit more weight into the right foot. As you do this, lift the left knee so it's about in line with the hip, maybe a little higher. Taking the left hand to the left hip. Option one, right hand to the outer edge of the left thigh. Start to spin the left shoulder back. Left fingertips extend behind you. If you'd like, you have the option, right hand to the outer edge of the left foot, extending the left leg straight. Left fingertips extend. So wherever you're at, shoulders over the hips, lift the heart, expand through the chest. Wherever you're at, hold for another 3, 2. On 1, slowly come back, find Tadasana. Come into your mountain pose. Deep breath in. Long, relaxing breath out. Inhale, the arms will sweep high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, palms to the earth. Your choice, downward facing dog. And take a deep breath in. Then on your exhale, drop down to your knees, untuck your toes, sit the hips to the heels. Start to bring your forehead towards the earth and come into your child's pose. And take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Now on your inhale, very slowly start to stack the shoulders over the hips. Swing the legs around in front of you. And then maybe take your seat a little closer to the top of your mat. As we straighten out the legs, pull the toes towards the face. Feel yourself rooting down through the sitting bones. Stack the spine, so a little bit of a forward tilt here from the hips, but low belly still pulls in towards the spine, ribs hug in, fingertips extend towards the ceiling. So in this moment, I want for you to engage every muscle. Try to get stronger through the thighs. Press the back of the knees into the earth. Maybe see if we can get the heels to lift up off your mat. Staying strong through the stomach. Get long through the spine, but engage the upper back. Hug the biceps in. Pull the thumbs behind you. So in this strength, also soften. Try to relax the face. Hold for another 3, 2. On one, keep this length, start to hinge forward from the hips. Take whatever grip is available to you as you find your fold. So calves, ankles, feet. Once you have that grip, try to take the shoulders down and back. Feel like you're moving the heart closer to the feet. And then on your exhale, let the body melt over the thighs. Let the head hang naturally. And then really feel yourself breathing into your belly. And take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And on your next inhale, very slowly start to sit tall. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Reach the fingertips towards the toes. And then as slowly as you can, let's lower all the way down to your backs. Now once your shoulders hit, hug the right knee tight into the chest. Interlace the fingers around the right shin. Try to stay strong through the left leg. Relax the shoulders. And then maybe give yourself a little bit of movement through that right hip joint. Now, keeping the right knee tight into the chest, bend into the left leg so the sole of the left foot touches down on your mat. Take the right ankle to the outside edge of your left thigh. So I'd like for you to keep the right knee in line with the center of the body. Try not to press it away this time. Keeping the legs just like this, walk the left foot to the left edge of your mat. And then from here, let both knees fall down to your right. Now as the knees fall down, extend the arms overhead. Really lengthen into the entire front line of the left side of your body. So you may even want to feel like you're trying to press the front of the left hip a little further forward and up. See if that gets you a little bit deeper. And really try to make this an active stretch. So we're not just lifting the arms overhead, we're reaching, we're extending. And take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, very slowly return back to center. Let's hug both knees into the chest. Maybe take a little bit of movement here, rocking to the right and the left, making small circles on the low back. And then as you're ready, keeping the left knee tight into the chest, so interlace the fingers around the left shin, extend the right heel to the top of your mat. So make sure the right heel's in line with the hip. Try to get really long and strong through the right leg. Relax the shoulders, hug the left leg in, and then maybe find some movement through your left hip joint. Now, keeping the left knee tight into the chest, bend into the right leg, sole of the foot to the earth. Take the left ankle to the outer edge of the right knee. Make sure the left knee stays in line with the belly button, so center of the body. Keep the legs like this. Take the right foot to the right edge of your mat. From here, let both knees fall over to your left. Maybe start to press that right hip a little further forward and up. And then as you're ready, really reach and extend the arms behind you. So again, an active stretch here. Get a little bit longer. Just one more full cycle of breath. And then slowly start to come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. Maybe just a moment for movement here. Then as you're ready, let's work our way into a happy baby. So flexing the feet towards the sky, take a grip on the outer edges of the feet. As we pull the knees down towards the earth, try to keep the ankles stacked over the knees as much as the body allows. Drop the tailbone down. And then if it feels okay, let's keep the left leg in that half happy baby shape. Switch the grip to the inside edge of the right foot and then straighten out your right leg. So feel like we're taking the right toes down towards the earth. Make sure that the low back is staying rooted. Keep that length through the spine. And just one more full cycle of breath. And then come back into your full happy baby. So bending into the right leg, take that grip on the outer edge of the foot. Maybe make any adjustments here. And then if it feels okay, let's do the same thing on the left side. So switch grip to the inside edge of the left foot. Straighten out your left leg, trying to take the toes down towards the earth. Make sure we're still dropping the tailbone down. Make sure that we're not crunching into the back of the neck here. So nice long line through the spine. And just one more full cycle of breath. And then come right back into your full happy baby. So we're bending into both legs. Maybe just gently sway to the left and the right for a few breaths. And take a deep breath in. Then on your exhale, take the soles of the feet together. Bring the outer edges of your feet to the mat. Just let your knees drop open like a book. Really try to lengthen through the spine. Walk the shoulders in towards one another so the heart can lift. And then find a comfortable place for your arms to rest. Close your eyes. Try to allow the legs to get even heavier. And then just begin to bring your attention back to the natural rhythm of your breath. As we move into Savasana, you are more than welcome to stay right here. Or if you'd like, extending the legs straight, taking the feet to the top corners of the mat. Arms by your side with your palms facing up. Or any variation of Savasana that feels good on your body. And once you're there, let every muscle relax. So to come into that sense of surrender. And then just take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, let it all go. And slowly begin to bring awareness back into your body, making small movements with the hands and the feet. So maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes, making small circles with the wrists and the ankles. And then stretching the legs out long, bring the feet together, point through the toes, and extend the arms all the way overhead. Breathe into the entire length of your body. And then as you're ready, hug both knees into the chest. Very slowly roll onto either edge of your body here. And then once you're there, press into the palms and just make your way back to a comfortable seat. And try to keep your eyes closed and keep your heart open. And on your next inhale, we'll sweep the arms high overhead. Exhale, bring the hands together, heart center. And thank you all so much for stepping onto your mat today, for sharing your strength, your grace, and your amazing energy. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Thanks, everybody.